right, shalom, shalom. Give me a minute and make sure this. Make sure the sound is good. Yep, I think we good. I think I can hear me. All right. Shalom, shalom. All right, before I begin, face the east. Give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Oh, hold up. To Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh. All right. I want to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And shalom to the scattered Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, but your spirit is knit with this gospel and with this truth. You're continuously watching these videos and you're calling upon the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in all truth and sincerity. Hey, you're more than likely of the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Lord willing of the elect, all right? This is not a black only thing. All right, as we know, our people have been scattered throughout all four corners of the earth. They've been scattered amongst all the nations, and they're going to come looking like the other nations. Okay, and this is what this great awakening is truly all about. All right, I'm gonna give a shalom to all of the elect out there, the 144,000. All right, and the rest of the elect out there. I'm the brother Dama Al-Gibar here with another live lesson, like we do week in and week out, to prophesy and to preach the gospel of the kingdom to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the biblical Israelites, all right? And kind of hot out here today, but hey, this work still got to be done. So, you know, hey, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for another opportunity to come out here to punch in the spiritual clock, put in this spiritual work, you know, and you know, chant down Babylon the Great, and to usher in the return of our Lord and Savior, our champion, our Savior, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, through the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, and whatever other name. But we know his true name is Yahweh, all right, who has given us the Holy Spirit to come out here to, you know, to do this beautiful work, you know. And it's an honor, hey, it's a pleasure, and hey, time is short, man. So those of you who are really in tune with this truth and in tune with this word, you know, now more than ever, you need to really dial in. We all need to be focused, because we know, you know, these last few major prophecies are right there at the door, which is the mark of the beast, which is the implantable micro C-hip through this futuristic technocracy, this cashless society that these elites will eventually, you know, force down upon the whole world, you know, once they crash this current economic system. You know, and this third world war, which is hot and heavy, which now they're talking about Trump could attack Iran any day now, you know. So, you know, hey, a prophecy is literally jumping off the page. You know, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is he's doing this thing on this earth, and we literally see, you know, the end drawing nigh. So you want to make sure that we're doing all that we can to be in the right standings and be on the right side with the Heavenly Father, so that we can be delivered, be protected, be sealed from the coming judgment, you know? And that's what this lesson I want to go into today is about, because, you know, I was watching the videos this week, you know, a couple of brothers, you know, went to this the video of this one chick who was talking about how, you know, if you can't hunt, if you can't fish, if you can't, you know, in a carnal way protect her and shield her from, you know, of the times when all hell breaks loose, then, you know, she doesn't need you. She'd rather be with a woman. And that's the sentiment of a lot of these women and a lot of people of the world. They think that, you know, that by carnal means and by their own strength and power, they're going to be able to deliver themselves from the coming judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you know, which is just not true. And, you know, we got plenty of examples in the scriptures of our ancient forefathers when the times of trouble were here. They didn't put their trust in guns and swords and, you know, and what do they call it? And doomsday prepping. Having a whole bunch of canned food, goods, money, gold, silver, ammo, you know, a bug out bag, you know, a bomb shelter or whatever the case, you know, to deliver them and save them from, you know, the evil times, man. Our ancient forefathers always put their trust and faith in the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. because they truly understood that it's only through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is that their salvation. And, and one thing that the Heavenly Father hates is for, us to put our trust and our faith in our own might and in our own hands, thinking that it's through our own means that we're able to do anything, We understand fully that it's all through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that all things are possible, man. You see, and we understand in these times which are coming that Jacob's trouble, that is going to be through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and Lord willing, us being of his elect, how we're going to be delivered and saved, man. All right, it don't matter how much jujitsu training you do, no matter how much you lift weights, no matter how many bullets, guns, ammo, food, canned goods, water you have stored, or anything that you think you can carnally or worldly prepare for, that's going to be able to save you, man. All right, we understand that our salvation, the issues from death and life, all are in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So let me get a quick precept before I really get into this topic in this lesson, man. You see? You see? And this is something that the world really doesn't understand. A lot of these people are in this carnal mind frame thinking that they're able to save and deliver themselves through their own hands and through their own might. And that's something that the Heavenly Father despises and the Lord hates. Because the Lord wants us to have faith. He wants us to depend on him. Why do you think the Lord has given us his holy names, and we understand the power that comes with the holy names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Not in Jesus Christ, not in Buddha, not in Allah, not in Jehovah, not in Yah, not in any of these other so-called names, but only in the true names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And this is why, the names of the Most High are such a strong tower. See, this is why the Lord, even though the Lord's name is being proclaimed back into the earth, only really the elect are going to truly put their full trust and hope in those names, man. Hey, and it's going to be made manifest in these last days, and it's going to be shown who's the Lord chosen truly are in these last days, man. All right, hey, and it's gonna, and the Lord's gonna work miracles. He's gonna do miraculous things on behalf of the elect. And a lot of you people that don't believe, a lot of you carnal ass Israelites out there, a lot of you people in the world who doubt in those names, who scoff and mock when we go into these topics. Hey, the Lord's gonna allow a lot of you naysayers and you doubters to see that. And guess what? You're gonna be amazed. You're gonna be shocked, and it's gonna cause a lot of you to truly believe. Some of you to your own. Some of you, the Lord will allow you to see it. Just for you to be proven wrong, and to be shown the true powers of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and to be destroyed. Now, some of you, he's going to allow to see it so that you can believe, man. Because we understand, a lot of the elect out there, they have to see to believe. Some people are just slated to be in that slot. And guess what? They are going to see if they are part of the elect when these times and when these things begin to happen, man. So let's get this here. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. It says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. You see, there is no other God up there with the Heavenly Father, man. You see, and this is something that these people don't, they can't see, they can't fathom, man. Because like I said, a lot of Jake believe in JC, they believe in all these other gods, all these false religions, ideologies, Buddha, Allah, God, shit. People even believe in Satan. They believe in the power. Look, these elites believe in the power of Satan. They believe in the power of the left hand. They believe that it's through those false gods that they are the true gods, and it's through those gods that they have whatever it is that they have, and it's through those false gods that they're going to be saved or delivered, or those things have power. But we know that the Most High said, there is no God with me. You see? It says, I kill and I make alive, you see? And once you understand that, this is how you understand that, hey, this is why you have to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And this is why your faith has to completely be in him, because he is the author of death and life, man. The Lord says, I kill and I make alive, you see? I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand, you see? So nobody can deliver out of the hand of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because it's only through him that these things, that life and death exist. And it's only through the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that you can be protected and delivered from death, and from being wounded, and from being sick, from being down and out. And it's only through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that he can take you from the dunghill to being a king, man. You see, it's all things through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And it's only through that power and through those names are all things that are possible. And only the elect are truly going to be able to fully tap into that, especially in these times which are ahead, man. Because a lot of our people are going to lose faith and lose hope when because a lot of our people trust in America. They trust in this society. They believe that this place is going to continue to go on. They're going to continue to retire here, get their pensions. They got 10-year plans, 5-year plans. They think their kids are going to continue to go to college. They're going to raise grandchildren and great grandchildren. And once they realize that all of those pipe dreams and their hopes in America was nothing more but a farce, and it was all in vain, hey, a lot of them are going to blaspheme the names of the Most High. A lot of them are going to curse. They're going to curse God, the God that they believe in, whatever that might be, when they realize that the Lord was never with this place, man. And the Lord's plan and His fate for America is to be ultimately destroyed, man. You see, but that's why we look for a new heavens and a new earth. This is why the elect, we're looking past America. We're looking past Babylon, because we ultimately understand the fate of this place. You see? It says, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven, and I say, I live forever. If I whip my glittering sword and my hand take hold of judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me. See? And also, you got to understand, the Most High is the balanced power. So if the Lord will whet his glittering sword and take hold of judgment, at the same time, the Lord can lift up his hand and bring mercy and bring healing and bring salvation. You see? And that's the side that we're hoping to be on. Hopefully, we're part of the elect, man. And this is why, we understand in these times, man, a divine intervention and divine, salvation is coming for the elect. And this is why, we're expecting miraculous things that are beyond the things that the human mind and the unbelieving and the scoffer and the doubter can believe in, man. You see, hey, this is why, let me get it real fast. See? So let me start here, man. And Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, man. You see, hey, and it's beautiful because, like I said, I was watching the video that the brothers was doing with that one chick talking all that shit about, I need a man to save me. If you can't fish, if you can't hunt, if you can't fight, you can't shoot, then what am I doing with you? You see, because a lot of these women are seeing, and even these men out here, they see things through a carnal lens, man. A lot of these jakes think that it's through their own power and through a sword and through carnal means that they're going to be able to deliver themselves. But I just read that it's through Yahweh who lives and who dies. It's up to the Most High if you are wounded, if he'll heal you, if he'll kill you, if he'll save you, man. And we understand the things that the Lord are about to bring, it's only through him that you can be saved and delivered. And our forefathers understood this well, man. That's why when you read about Daniel, Meshach, and Abednego, you read about King David and his dire situations. You read about Daniel was in the lion den. You read about during the time of Maccabees. You read about the Maccabee, the woman and her 7 sons, man. It was all through their faith and hope in the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that they were delivered, man. All right, they never trusted in their own might and in their own hands. You see, and this is why a lot of our people and these people of this world who are moving in that fashion are going to be sadly mistaken, and they're going to be taken and destroyed, man. You see, like the woman said, "Oh, if you can't fish, if you can't hunt, well, what good is that going to do?" In a situation like Brother Karatazar in Vegas said, if you live in the city, what if you live in a place where you don't have, where there ain't no lake, where there ain't no woods, where there ain't no wild game or animals for you to hunt, to eat, man? What if you're in a city type setting? If all the stores are shut down, all the supermarkets have been ransacked, there ain't no canned foods, there ain't no, the water store is closed, the fast food restaurants are shut down, and you stuck in your apartment or your high rise with just a can of beans left, man, and all hell is breaking loose out there on the streets. You see? What are you going to do then in that situation? Hey, and if you don't have Yahweh Hashem Yahushai with you, if you don't have faith in the Heavenly Father, then guess what? You're doomed and you're going to be destroyed, man. And you're going to come to realize that you're a helpless worm without Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hey, and this is the situation a lot of these carnal-minded people are going to find themselves in when all hell breaks loose, man. Because they don't have their faith and their trust in the right places, man. You see? A lot of these people are not going to be able to walk out here on faith because they haven't stored up faith for a treasure. They're not putting their full faith and assurance and trust in the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They're putting it in their gun, in gold and silver, and money, and like I said, in a bug out bag, in a bunker, you know, in their fighting capabilities, and their jujitsu, and their boxing skills, and their, you know, weightlifting prowess, man. Which ain't none of that gonna do a goddamn thing for you when all hell breaks loose, man. Oh, even King David said that, man. And King David was the mightiest of the mightiest warriors, man. King David got more bodies and been in more wars, you know, and laid down more enemies than any so-called person on this planet, man. Any of these, you know, toughest UFC fighters, than John Jones, than GSP, than Khabib, you know, any of those bare knuckle fighters, any of these, you know, Mike Tyson. Hey, King David had more bodies and been in more wars and more real situations than any of these guys, man. And what did King David say? Let's get that real quick before I get what I wanted. You see? You see? And this is why the things that are written, the 4 times are written for our learnings, man. You see? And this is why we have, that's why it's great to have a good connection with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and with our ancient forefathers, man. Because it gives us hope, man. It puts our minds in the right space. You see? And it ultimately gives us the ability to not fear these things which are coming. Especially if we know that we're trying to do what's right by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and all truth and sincerity to the best of our abilities. That's why the scriptures are constantly harping on for the elect to fear not, fret not, man. And a lot of the precepts I got are going into that, man. Hey, because at the end of the day, hey, man, you know, the Lord's going to put the elect in the spirit of not fearing things, especially when things get hot and heavy and when things really get, you know, when Jacob's trouble is at its peak. The Lord's going to be showing us things. He's going to be doing things on behalf of his elect that's going to what? Build up our faith and our confidence and our assurance, man. So we're just going to be out here in complete faith. We're going to be like Neo, you know. It's like once, you know, you watch the movie The Matrix, right? When Neo was running from the agent, you know, Morpheus was trying to instill it into him, you know, to believe, to have faith, man, that he's the one, trust, don't doubt. And you know, and finally once, you know, Neo was running from the agent, it finally got to the point to where, you know, that scene where he just stopped and the other guys was like, what is he doing? He just stopped and was like, fuck it, I got to face this dude. And Morpheus was like, he's starting to believe. And you saw what was a result of him believing, man. You see? But let me get this real quick, though. Now, I'm going to make another point. Yep, here we go. This is Psalms chapter 44 and 6. And this is the Psalm of David, man. Let me read up a little bit. This is Psalms 44 and 4. It says, Thou art my king, O power. Command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. You see, it's through who? Through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Hey, because everything that we do on a daily basis, all the so-called worldly victories that you get, you know, whether it's getting a job, whether it's, you know, whatever so-called victories we get in this world, it's all through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's not because you were so smart, you were so witty, you know, you were so, you know, on point at that time. Hey, you were only on point and witty and on point that day because the Most High gave you the ability to be on point that day. And this is why we got to give praise and the glory for everything to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You see, it says, through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. And that immediately makes me think of when David killed Goliath, man. Remember, he grabbed those stones and he said, this Philistine comes with me with staves and with armor and with shield and with buckler. But what did King David come to Goliath with? The name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, through the name of Yahweh, man. You see? You see? Beautiful, man. Hey, and we have to keep that locked in and we have to keep that on point as we're, you know, when we're going through Jacob's trouble. And just in life in general, man. You see, it says, through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. You see? Hey, and you better believe the Lord's going to give his elect man in certain situations spiritual power, man. And if you don't believe that, if that's not in your hope and faith package, then guess what? You're not going to be defended. Because if you don't believe it, hey, you're not going to be defended. And the one thing the Most High wants to see is us putting our faith and trust in him, man. You see? It says, for I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. You see, so you can have a sword, you can have a gun, you can have all the so-called carnal and worldly so-called preparations and contingency plans in place. But if it's, hey, if Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not with you in that day, hey, then what? It was all in vain. It was all for nothing, man. You see, it was all for nothing, man. And this is why he's going to come to the point to where, hey, we're going to have to walk out here in pure faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Read that part again, man. It says, for I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. And this is King David, man. What does it say? David killed, Saul kills thousands, but David tens of thousands, man. And even through all of that, tens of thousands of bodies King David had, he said he never trusted in his bow because he understood what? It was through the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that he was able to do what he did, man. He didn't trust in his bow and his staff and his skill and his muscles and his skill set. He didn't trust in his black belt. He didn't trust in his golden glove hands. You know what I mean? Like some of these niggas in the world will tell you. He trusted in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That in the moment that it was needed, the Lord taught his hands to war. The Lord was with him in that situation to be successful, man. It says, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. And the Most High we boast all day long and praise thy name forever, Selah. You see that, Nate? It's through the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You see? It's through the name of the Most High. You see? You see that, man? Let me read this in the NLT. It's Psalms 44:5. Only by your power can we push back our enemies. Only in your name can we trample our foes, man. You can't get around that, man. You see? So all this, oh, if you can't fight for me, if you can't fish, you can't. Hey, now, of course, having those skill sets and learning how to do those things, yeah, it can be beneficial at the end of the day. But, you know, hey, not all of us have those capabilities. Not all of us possess those type of skills, man. But, hey, but through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, anything is possible, man. Look at Elisha. Was not he fed by ravens? Was not that course, what was that, a course of water when it was a famine? Every day he woke up, it was just filled. Hey, and that's the type of faith that we have, man. You know, hey, you might, you know, we might be, you know, Jacob's trouble popping off. You might got water jugs in your house, and you constantly praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, hey, Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, protect us, keep us, you know, give us our daily need. You know, we need water, we're thirsty, et cetera, et cetera. And you might wake up the next day, hey, in that empty 5-gallon water container, you wake up in the morning and it's filled up, man. Do you know what that would do for your faith? You know what that would do for, you know, for your family and your wife and your children? They saw you praying all day, calling upon the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You was telling them, look, don't lose faith. Pray to the Lord. He's going to help. He's going to help. And to wake up in the morning and them to see that thing filled up with water. Can you imagine the faith that the faith booster that would do for you and your wives and your children, for them to see that, man? Hey, it would continue. It would boost their faith in the Most High to understand that anything is possible. And I saw this video, right? To show you how, let me show you how powerful faith is, man. How powerful hope is. And this is why Esau don't want our people to have faith and hope, especially in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because we understand that all things are possible, right? So Esau did this test, right? He had 15 rats, and he threw the. He had 15 rats, and he dumped them in a bucket of water. And those rats, they basically were swimming for their lives, and Esau left them in there. You know, to see how long they would swim, how long they would try to survive. So he said about 15 minutes he left those rats in there, and after 15 minutes they all drowned, they all gave up, they all just couldn't hack it anymore. They just gave up and lost hope and died. So what Esau did was he got a new batch of rats, right? And he threw those rats, different batch of rats in that same water. And you know, same thing happened. They were swimming around, surviving. So right before 15 minutes, right, what he did was he took those rats out of the water, he fed them, he dried them off, he gave them water, let them flourish, he fed them, and then he threw them back in the water, right? And this time he was saying, well, let's see what's gonna happen. Do you know what happened, man? Hey, those rats that he left in the water, not only did they swim longer than 15 minutes, they swam in that thing for hours and hours and hours. And he came to the conclusion, the only reason why those rats was able to survive even longer and go even longer, because they had hope and faith that they were going to take him out of the water again. They were that they were going to be saved and they was going to be fed, man. So you can see what hope can do in rats, how much more in us, man. In the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when he starts doing things on our behalf, man. When he starts making miracles happen for us, man. Hey, our hope and our faith is going to be elevated to a whole nother level, man. This is why the Lord is constantly telling us to fret not, to fear not. You know, keep thy faith and trust in his holy names, man. All right? So it says, verse 6, Psalms 44:6 in the NLT, I do not trust in my bow. I do not count on my sword to save me. You are the one who gives us victory over our enemies. You disgrace those who hate us. Oh, Yahweh, we give glory to you all day long and constantly praise your name. See that, man? So you see the power in hope and faith, man. Like I said, if you brothers can find that video, find it about those rats, man. Showed you how, hey, those rats had hope and faith that they was going to be saved. They treaded that water for hours and hours because they had hope and faith that they were going to be saved out of that situation, man. And guess what? Eventually they were. You see? So how much more, if rats are able to do that, how much more us, man? All right, so let's get this, man. Oh, shit. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 7. It says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy. You see? Wait. And what is wait? It's patience, suffering, you know? Hey, you know, we're going to have to suffer a little bit. But it's not to destroy us. It's not to, you know, frustrate us. But it's just for us to, you know, you know, we're waiting because, hey, we understand that the Lord is going to, he's going to answer. He's going to come through when he's ready to come through. It's when your faith is going to be tested and the Lord sees that you can be, that you're trustworthy. That's when he's going to spring into action, man. You see? So we got to wait for the mercy of the Lord, man. And this is why you can't fret. You can't lose patience. You can't be in that, man, the Lord don't care about me, man. It's been 5 days. See, that's why you can't put the Most High on your time schedule, man. Understand, like I say, the Most High is always on time, man. And he is going to be on time. But you got to suffer. You got to be patient. You got to wait on the Lord's mercy. But we know that his mercy is for sure. His mercy is top notch, you know? Verse 8, ye that fear the Lord, believe him. You see? Believe him, man. Don't doubt. Don't fret. You know, don't doubt, man. That's why you gotta be patient. That's why you gotta pray for perseverance, man. This is why the Lord is we gotta endure hardness as a good soldier, man. Hey, and we know that soldiers, hey, sometimes in certain situations, they got to endure a lot of things, man. Hey, sometimes soldiers got to endure being captured by the enemies, being put behind enemy lines, man. But at the same time, you still can't lose hope. You can't fret. You can't never believe that the Lord ain't with me, man. This is some bullshit. Hey, if you in that, you can't be in that spirit, man. Hey, you got to wait. Hey, the Lord's going to come, man. You just got to be patient. Look at the apostles when they was locked in prison, man. They didn't lose hope. They didn't crash out. They didn't burn out. You know, hey, they kept their integrity. They remained patient. You know, look at Daniel and the three holy children when they was getting ready to be thrown in the fiery pit, man. You didn't see them crash out. You didn't see them lose hope. You didn't see them curse the Most High. Hey, they told Nebuchadnezzar to his face, man. Our power is going to save us, man. Oh, that's what Nebuchadnezzar. Who going to save you? They said, hey, the Most High going to save us, man. So we got plenty of examples, man. Verse 9, it says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good. And what is that? Faith, man. Let me get that real fast. What is faith? Yep. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I'll read it in NLT. Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the confidence that we hope for will actually happen, man. Like I gave the example of those rats, man. You see? Hey, once they got saved out of that first situation, they had their hope knowing that they were going to be saved because why? They were saved before. That's why they were able to tread that water for hours and hours because they had hope and faith that they were going to be saved and fed and dried off just like they were the first time, man. So how much more us, man? And you know how many times, man, I mean, even though we don't know it a lot of the times, can you imagine how many times the Lord delivered us out of particular situations that we didn't even know was right there happening? You know, how many times the Lord had you turn right instead of turning left, you know, or the Lord had you, do this instead of that. You didn't even understand how many times the Lord probably had you leave a situation. Hey, I'll give you a testimony, right? I remember me and my woman, we had went to one of her relatives' little, you know, they had like a party at a bar or whatever. You know, so me and her went, you know, it was cool. We had a good time, you know, we danced a little bit, had a couple of drinks. And, you know, and I was like, babe, let's go. I'm ready to go. She's like, you ready? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's just go. Bro, as soon as we left and got home, it was a huge fucking bar fight, man. A bar fight where her family fighting all these other, it's correct. It was a big ass brawl and a big ass fight, man. Hey, and the Lord had us leave exactly minutes right before all that shit happened, man. And we got home safe. And she showed me on social media. It was all over social media, that big ass bar brawl, man. But then what? The Lord had us leave exactly right before it happened, man. Because who knows what would have happened, you know? Who knows? You know, they probably would have saw me you know, a Judite in the midst of all those Issacharites, they probably would have tried to dogpile on me. But hey, but what? The Lord had us leave exactly before all that shit happened, man. For what? He kept us safe. He delivered us out of that whole situation, man. And who knows? People got arrested. The cops came. You know, I could have probably got thrown in prison. Who knows what could have happened? But the Lord got us out of there right on time, man. And we were saved and we were preserved from that, man. You see? So back here in Hebrews, this is Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the confidence that what we hope will actually happen, you see? And what are we actually hoping for us to happen? That we're going to be saved and delivered out of Jacob's trouble, that when famine comes, we're going to be fed, that when the enemy come in, that the Lord is going to keep us from being taken, or if we're put in a concentration or detention center, that the Lord will break us out like he did the apostles out of their situation. You know, that when the missiles come, we're going to be taken up and delivered into the chariots, man. You see? That's what faith is, the confidence that what we hope will actually happen will happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. You see? It's beautiful, man. It says, through their faith, the people in days of old earned a good reputation. And like I said, Daniel, Meshach, and Abednego, King David, the Maccabees brothers, the woman and her 7 sons, Elijah, Elisha, and their situations, man. It's all type of examples of our forefathers, man, who earned good reputations through their faith. Oh, Moses, man. You know, he refused being called the son of Pharaoh's daughter to suffer sin with the people of the Most High, man. It says, by faith we understand that the entire universe was formed at the Most High's command, that what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen. And since we understand that the Most High is in control of the whole universe, how much more, like I read in Deuteronomy 32, that when it's time for us to be delivered and saved, that the creator of the universe, if we're part of his elect, that he won't do that on our behalf, man. So faith is a beautiful thing, man. Hey, faith is a conqueror. Faith is a gift, man. And we're hoping, praying that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua keeps us with that unbreakable, unwavering faith, man. Especially in the times that we're getting ready to come into, because we know Esau's getting ready to come in like a flood. We know that World War III is coming. We know that sedition, invading one another, all hell breaking loose in this society is coming. And what are you going to have if you got faith in carnal means and your guns and your rear naked choke? Now, I'm not saying that the Lord might not put you in a situation to where you might use a rear naked choke and, deliver yourself from some situation, but we understand that that's just, a minor situation. But we understand that our full faith and assurance is in the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that he's going to come through on our behalf, man. And that is not by our own means and our own strength. If you're in that spirit thinking that that's how you're going to do it, you're going to fail, man. The Lord's going to show you that you're nothing, all right? It says, all right, so let me go back to where I was. Just wanted to get that point about faith, all right? So back in Ecclesiasticus 2 and verse, 9, it says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. See? Verse 10, look at the generations of old, like I was just reading in Hebrews, man. We got plenty of examples of our forefathers that showed what? Faith, patience, man. That showed us what putting full faith in the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua can do for us, and that the Lord wants us to put our faith and trust in him, to put all of our cards on the table and understand that, look, it's through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to be what it's going to be, to step out on that faith, man. And we're going to have to show that in these times which are coming. Because the times are coming to where, some of us might be homeless. We might be kicked out of our apartment. We might be forced to leave the city that we're in, and in full faith in the Most High, go to the next city, go to the next state, go to where other brothers is at, man. Hoping and praying that the Lord will get us there safely, and we're going to be untouched and unscathed through it all. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? See? Show me in the scriptures where those that fully trusted in the Lord was confounded, man. You're not going to find it. Because everyone that trusted in the Lord was not confounded. They were saved. They were delivered. All right? They came with a testimony. They were preserved. They were delivered from the hand of their enemies and set up, It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You see? That's why you got to call upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in all truth and sincerity, man. Hey, and the Lord knows those of us that truly trust in his name. Why you think, starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, how many times you hear the name Yahweh Shem Yahushai every time we do a video, every time brothers go live, every time brothers, are doing their videos and their shows, man? You constantly hear those names. You don't hear that name coming from the IUIC. You don't hear that name coming from them Genesis niggas, them sellout niggas. They don't even call upon the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All you hear is JC and Christ and the Most High. You see, because why? The Lord took his name from, out of those niggas' mouths, man. All right? But I guarantee you, hey, when all hell break loose, when the Lord got the fire on them niggas' feet, and hey, even Nate, when he was on his deathbed, you heard him calling upon the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But watch, hey, when the Lord put the feet to these niggas' fire, hey, then they're gonna be calling upon the names. Even these jakes in the world, all these so-called Christians, and even now you're trying to hear them talking about, Yahweh and all that shit. But hey, those names, there ain't no power in those names, Yahweh or Yah. I guarantee you, man, hey, when they really get real out here, when the Most High turn up the faucet, when the Lord really brings the fire, all these scoffers and these naysayers and these doubters, they're going to be testing the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I guarantee you, man. But guess what? The Lord ain't going to answer, because you're not calling upon his names in all truth and sincerity. When you had the opportunities to uplift those names, man, when you had the opportunity to really trust and push those names out, you despised it, man. You downplayed it. You said it wasn't the names. Oh, it's not that. You can call the Lord whatever you want to. Yo, play yogurt. Yeah, you keep that same energy, man. Watch, you're gonna call upon the name of Yahweh, like it tells you in Proverbs. He ain't gonna hear you, man. Because when he truly called, you refuse, man. So you're gonna try to turn it on, try to use those names when you're in your most direst of situations. The Lord ain't gonna come through for you, man, because he's gonna know you never fully trusted in those names, man. Now you're trying to use it because you realize your back is against the wall, man. So y'all better stop playing games with the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. You see? And we understand that, hey, we need salvation. We understand the times are coming to where our enemies are going to come in like a flood, man. And we know that Esau has things that we don't have no defense against, man. This devil has all type of weapons and goodies and technology that he can't wait to unleash upon you citizens, upon you people, and especially upon you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Hey, I guarantee you Esau can't wait to use that discombobulator that he used on those Venezuelan soldiers when he ran in there and grabbed up Maduro, man. You know, I guarantee you he got frequencies that like he showed you on that movie, The Kingsman, that can just turn everybody violent and go absolutely apeshit. Can you imagine if he turns that on and you see the elect not phased and not touched by that, man? You know, but what's that going to do to his psyche? What's that going to do to his confidence, man? And what's that going to do, you know, for the true believers and those that trust in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai? It's going to elevate us beyond fear and beyond doubt. You see? But it says, verse 12, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands in the sinner that go up two ways. Woe be unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. You see? So if you faint-hearted, if you don't believe that anything is possible with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that divine intervention can't be on our side, that angels can't show up and deliver you from the hands of the enemy, that the Lord can't put the spirit on you to jump over a wall, you know, or the Lord can't, give you the ability to dodge bullets or whatever the case might be, then you're not going to be saved. You're not going to be delivered. You're not going to be defended. Why is the Lord going to defend an unfaithful unbeliever in the God of the universe, man? Hey, we didn't know with the same power that made the sun stay up a whole day, man. This is the same power that flooded the earth. There's nothing on this earth that is out of the reach or the capabilities of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to do, man. Lord, like Scripture said, Lord's going to give us bountiful wings as eagles, man. But like I said, you got a lot of Israelites that don't believe that. You got Israelites that don't even believe in the chariots, man. So what do you think the Lord's going to do for a nigga like, what's that nigga name? Mushmouth, when all hell breaks loose? Think that nigga's going to be defended? Absolutely not, man. It says, woe unto you who have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Right, because one thing that the Lord hates is an unbeliever. Somebody that doesn't believe in that doubts in his power and in his ability to save, you see? You see? Well, that's why I said, hey, man, you can't be out here trusting in your own flesh, trusting in your own ability because, hey, you know, that's fleeting, man. I mean, hey, the prime example is that the so-called top G, right? what's that nigga's name? The top G. What's that nigga's name, man? What's that nigga's name? Oh, I got a Bugatti. What's that nigga's name, man? I can't think of his name right now. What's his name? He was all over the fucking internet, man. What's his name? The top G. Let me see if I can find that nigga's name, man. What's his name? Oh, Andrew Tate, that nigga, right? Now, wasn't he supposed to be this hardcore Muay Thai champion? He supposedly had hands. He in these videos talking about, now, if a guy run up on me, I can defend myself, and I'm so this and I'm so that. Did y'all see him get his ass whooped in the ring by that, what, a fucking influencer, man? You see him boxing and fighting? What happened to all of that top G, all of that Muay Thai champion? All this, I got hands, I can do this, I can do that. Hey, the Lord wasn't with that guy in that boxing ring. He got totally flopped and folded in the ring, man. So it shows you that all of that talk, all of that, I'm tough, I'm this, I got hands, I'm Muay Thai champion, came to nothing at that exact moment, man. How much more of these people in the world, when all hell breaks loose, and their faith is in their own carnal means, man. Like I said, you can have hundreds of hours of training, you can be a black belt, but hey, if the Lord's not with you in the time when that, in that time, then all that shit means nothing. It's absolutely nothing, man. You see? And that's why, our faith has to be in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because through him, all things are possible, man. All right, let me get this. This is Jeremiah chapter 9. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23. It says, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, and let not the rich man glory in his riches. You see? So you can't be glorying in those things, man. You can't be glorying in your might and in your riches. Now, you might be a black belt. You might be a bad mofo with your hands and with your jujitsu grapples, and you might be a bad guy in the gym, can bench 400 pounds, you can squat 500, you can deadlift 750, you can probably do all these carnal so-called feats, man. But that's not for you to glory in that, man. Especially when especially when you're putting all your faith and your trust in your riches, in your gun collection, in your ammunition, and your marksmanship. Because at any moment, the Most High wants, hey, he can render those abilities to you useless, man. And the Lord can, at the moment when it's time for you to tap into all of that training and all of that practice and all of that strength, hey, the Lord can have it at the moment when you need it, for you not be able to tap into those things at the moment, and you can be destroyed, man. All because you didn't want to put your faith and give glory to Yahweh Shai, but you trusted and gloried in your might, or in your riches, or in your ammunition, or in your doomsday prepping skills, or in the fact that, I can buy my way out of particular situations, man. You see? And it says, right, anyways, back in 9:24, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me. You see? That's what you need to be glorying in, man. At the fact that we got the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's given us this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, and we truly understand that all things are of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You see? Like I said, like I read in Psalms 44, King David said, I don't trust in my bow nor my sword, man. But in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are we able to push back our enemies, to triumph, man, to do this, to do that, you see? That's why it's all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, and that's why we can never praise the Most High enough, man. And sometimes you can tend to forget to bless, to give the Most High the credit, even for small things, Yeah, it's more common to bless the Most High, and we know bigger things happen when you accomplish so-called bigger things, or you're delivered out of particular bigger situations. But hey, even in the small, minuscule things, like waking up every day, you should give Yahweh Shem Yahushua all the praise and the glory, man. Hey, when you're able to pay your rent every month, give the Most High the praise. Hey, when you're able to have a hot meal, man, give Yahweh Shem Yahushua all the praise and the glory and the appreciation, man. Because it's through him that all these things are able to be given unto you, man. Hey, and as crazy as it sounds, hey, even when you're going through hard times, man, you got to praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Because even in those hard times and difficult times, the Lord is putting those things on you because it's building you up. It's building your character. You see, it's helping you to be able to, to abound in base situations. It's building your character. It's not to just destroy you or to, to leave you hung out or stressed out or bugged out. That's why the scriptures say, don't worry about tomorrow, man. Sufficient for the day. You see? It says, let me read that again. It says, Slaki. It says, but let him that glorieth in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, and that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. You see? So you got to be in tune with the things that delight Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And like I said, and being and thinking that you got it and it's by your own means and by your own wittiness and your wisdom and your money and your this and your that or anything carnal that it's through those things that you're successful. Hey, the Lord doesn't like that, man. The Lord and give him the praise and the glory for everything, man. Everything, man. Got to praise the Most High. Let me see if I can get that. I thought it was precept. See if I can find it. Yep, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 43, verse 30. Ecclesiasticus 43 and 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can. You see, as much as you can, man. Like I said, everything, small and great, minuscule and great. You got to glorify Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Like I said, when you wake up in the morning, man, shit. I mean, I know this is kind of like extra, but shit, if you have a good bowel movement, praise the Most High, man. Hey, because the Lord could have left that shit up in you. You know what I mean? He could have had you to be constipated. He could have had you not be able to move that stool, so to speak. It says, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. You see? So how much more when the Lord does something miraculous, man? Like when the Lord deliver you from the hands of your enemy, man, or send down an angel to blind, a damn troop of foreign enemies or foreign troops or ICE agents or whatever the case might be. You got to, exalt Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because the Lord got great things in store for his elect, man. And we're expecting a divine intervention. We're expecting things that the ordinary, human capabilities, that surpass human capabilities, man. You see? It says, and when you exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. You see? So you can never, it's another one I just thought of right now. Let me see something. Oh, look at this. It says, who have seen him that he might tell us, or who can magnify him as he is? Right, we can't. We can only magnify him as much as humanly possible, man. But like I said, you can never go far enough. It says, there are yet here greater things than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works. So imagine, the disciples seen Yahushua do heal people, heal the blind, turn water into wine, walk on water, man. So imagine what greater things we're going to see even in these last days when the Lord truly turns it up for us, man. Like I said, the Lord's the scriptures say that in the day of our power, our people are going to be willing, man. And we're expecting the Lord to bestow spiritual power on particular brothers in particular situations. And it's going to be for the building up of our faith, for the believers, man. Like I said, I gave that example of that story with those rats, man. You saw what faith and belief did for those rats. All right, when they were thrown in that batch of water when they were saved once, man. They had faith and hope that they were going to be saved, and they swam and treaded that water for hours and hours and hours because they believed and had faith that they were going to be saved, man. How much more us? It says, for the Lord hath made all things, and the godly have he given wisdom. All right, what precept was that I just thought of? Just slipped my mind. Yeah, I can't think of it. Lord willing, it'll probably come back to me, man. But hey, you see? So, hey, man, it's going to be limitless what the Lord's going to do for us, you know what I mean, in these times which are ahead. But it's all through faith in the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And guess what? The Lord's going to hear us, man. The Lord's not going to leave his elect out here high and dry. He said what? Because we have known his name, man. Let me get this real fast. I'm trying to think of that precept I just thought of when I was reading that. was it? Let me see something. Oh, let me see something. Oh, here we go. This is St. John chapter 14 and 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also. You see? And we also always pushing and telling you that, hey, brothers are going to be healing brothers during these times of Jacob's trouble, man. I know brothers that had dreams of healing brothers, you know, bringing brothers back to life, man. Seeing brothers get shot down or harmed, and brothers had dreams that they prayed on brothers in the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and brothers was revived. Brother was brought back to life, man. We saw the apostles do particular unbelievable feats, man. See, it says what? It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. See that, man? But do you believe that? You got to have faith in that. You see? And you know, hey, and having faith and belief in that, hey, people will deem you crazy. People will look at you like you're out of your mind, but it's okay. We don't give a damn, man. Hey, and you got to be a little crazy to be in this truth, man. To be a true, faithful believer in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you got to be a little crazy, but crazy in a good way, man. You know? People call us crazy all the time. Them niggas crazy. Even Vocab Malone punk ass. Oh, they believe they're gonna fly and they're gonna pick up tanks. And they're gonna destroy helicopters. Well, hey, Lord said that there's nothing impossible with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But you don't believe that because you're not a believer, and you're a heathen, and you're an Edomite, man. And your ass is you're going into captivity. You see? And ultimately, it's not for you to believe because the Lord don't want you to believe because you're an Edomite. Well, I burn because I'm white. Well, you're not white, you're red, you bastards. But anyways, this is Psalms chapter 34, verse 17. Let me see. Yep, this is, I'm going to read this is, let me read up. Oh, yeah, I'm going to read at the top. This is Psalms 34 and 1, a psalm of David. It says, I will bless Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. You see? So the praise of the Most High. Oh, that's a precept I thought of. Hey, Tawadi Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. I just thought of it right now. Thought of it right now. Yep. This is Psalms 113 and 1. It says, praise ye Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Praise, O ye servants of Yahweh. Praise the name of the Lord. Let's look at this word. Praise. Oh, let me get it. Let me get it in the blue letter. Look at this word for praise, man. In the Hebrew, see what it says. So the word for praise, what the hell? So the word praise in the, why does it keep doing that shit? Oh, it's a lot of the wrong button. So the word for praise in the Hebrew is halal. It says to shine, figuratively of them all, to praise, boast, be boastful. See? To boast, to make a boast, to be praised, be made praiseworthy, be commended, be worthy of praise. That's why you always hear us calling upon the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We're constantly praising, uplifting, exalting his name, man. You see? We're not praising and exalting Jesus Christ. That's not his name, man. That's a transliteration. That's not even, that's not, it's nothing, man. The Lord's name is in the Hebrew. He gave Moses' name in the Hebrew. So it makes sense for you to call upon his name in the Hebrew. You don't want nobody calling, if your name is Mark, somebody is saying, hey, Danny, you're going to be like, fool, that ain't my name. What are you talking about? You're going to be lightly offended if somebody's not calling you by your proper name. How much more the Heavenly Father, man? What does Scripture say? What is his name and what is his son's name if thou can tell, man? It says to be praised, be made praiseworthy, be commended, be worthy of praise. Yeah, what else? See what's saying in strong, different. To shine, to make a show, to boast, to rave, to celebrate. Yep. See that, man? So we got to constantly praise, uplift the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And it says what? His servants will continuously do that. So that ultimately, Nate, you're not a servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua because you don't praise his name. Those Genesis niggas, man. Like I said, they don't even call on the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua anymore. They don't even believe in the Hebrew. But for a whole decade, they was calling upon those names and exalting those names, but they pulled a 180 because those niggas sold out, man, and taking the bag. Now this nigga got his wife on the videos acting like she knows something. You niggas are just demons, man. But it's beautiful. The Lord is exposing you niggas for the jackasses and the niggas that you truly are, man. But anyways, back in Psalms 113, praise ye Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Praise, O ye servants of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, from this time forth and forevermore, man. So the Lord's name is going to be praised. This is be praised forever. From the rising, it was going to tell you that from the rising of the sun to the going down, the name of the Most High should be praised forever. Because why? The Most High is eternal. His name is eternal. In the kingdom of heaven, his name is going to be praised. It's never, and the Lord right now is exalting his name back into this planet Earth. And when he sends back Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to come to judge and to make war, what does scripture say in Isaiah? His name will be exalted in that day, man. It's only going to be, the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua are going to be the only name associated with the true power and creator of the universe after all is said and done, man. That's what our Lord's going to do. He's going to destroy all of the idols and all of the names of these idols and these nations out of the earth when Yahweh Shah comes back, man. So, so we're just, you know, ushering and praising his name before, you know, it's going to be fully and eternally solidified in this, on this earth. It says, from the rising of the sun until the going down of the same, Yahweh's name is to be praised. Yahweh is high above all nations, and his glory above the heavens. Who is like unto Yahweh our power, who dwelleth on high? And nobody, is that keep sweating? Nobody. Right, nobody, none of these nations, none of their gods is to be mentioned or even in the same breath of the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. That's why these guys' names are not even supposed to be mentioned. Now, of course, we'll mention them to, you know, to edify on those names, but ultimately, you know, they're a waste of breath, man. They don't do nothing. They, you know, they have no power. They're fake. They're phony. They're fugazi, you know. It says, who is like unto Yahweh our power, who dwelleth on high, who humbleth himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in the earth. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth the needy out of the dunghill, that he may set him with princes, even with the princes of his people. You see? So the Lord's getting ready to magnify us, man. His true servants in this stead. We're getting ready to be raised from the dunghill, and we're going to be over all of these nations through the names and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So back in Psalms 34, it says, verse 2, my soul shall make her boast in Yahweh, the humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought Yahweh, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. You see that, man? They called upon the name. Hey, and the Lord brought assurance. The Lord delivered them. The Lord brought miracles on behalf of those that trust in him. And it what? It brings safety. It brings succor. It brings peace. Especially when you know that, hey, the Most High is with you, man. Hey, can't nothing. If the Most High is with us, who can be against us? And how much more when the Lord really starts magnifying and doing things on behalf of his elect, man. Confidence is going to be through the roof, man. You're not gonna fear anything, man. You're gonna walk into any situation with the full assurance and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua with you. Can you imagine how Daniel, Meshach, and Abednego felt after the Lord delivered them out of that burning fiery furnace? The confidence that they had, man. How high they, how high they had their head up. How the people, after that happened, how the people looked at Daniel and them, man. With the fear and the reverence and the respect that came with them after that was that happened unto them. Look, as soon as he got out of there, Nebuchadnezzar praised the Most High, and he gave Daniel and them high positions and praise after that. How much more us, man? See? It says, I sought Yahweh, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. You see? You don't think that applies to us in these times, man? So we got to call upon the Lord, man. Like I said, even when you in your lowest of lows, man. You know, you ain't got no job. You know, you down bad in particular situations. Cry unto the Lord. Put all of your cares upon Him. Now remember, now you got to call upon the Lord, but you got to have patience because the Lord will answer, but He's going to answer exactly when it's necessary. The Lord might want you to go and be in that low situation for a period of time, man, to build you up, to to build your character, to test your patience, ultimately to come through in the end and to to show Himself on your behalf, man. And you got to give Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua all the praise and the glory, man, and understand that. Look, man, hey, I was faithful until the end, that does things to your psyche, to your confidence, to your spirit, It says, the angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear Him and delivereth them. See? So, hey, the angels are always encamped around us. It's always watching. It's always there on our behalf, man. And they're encamped around about us, keeping us from all type of bullshit, all type of trouble, from making bad decisions. You know what I mean? Sometimes the angels are camped around you, and they sometimes keep you from saying certain things that's not necessary or that's not convenient at that time, man. Sometimes, shit happens, you be like, you know what? The Spirit just had me just not even say nothing. That's because the angels are camped around about you, man, working on your behalf, man. And sometimes they'll have you speak when you didn't even think about speaking, and something profound might come out of your mouth, and something that was divinely inspired, man. You see? It says, "Oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Him." You see? Blessed is the man. And remember, trust in that faith is a gift, man. You see? It says, "The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek Yahweh shall not want any good thing." You see? Lord's going to come through. He's always there. It says, "Come, ye children, hearken unto me, and I will teach you the fear of Yahweh. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it." Here's the point. "The eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua are upon the righteous, and His ears are open unto their cry." You see? Hey, that's why scriptures tell you, cry unto the Lord, man. Oh, that's in the Apocrypha. Cry unto, let me see if I can find that real fast, man. See, you got to cry unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Put your burdens and cares upon the Most High. And how much more when Jacob's trouble was here? When all hell was breaking loose, man. Who you going to be crying to? You better not be crying to FEMA. You better not be crying for this government or Trump to come and save you, man. Because them niggas ain't going to show up. Or if they do show up, they ain't coming to save you. They coming to destroy your ass, man. So you better be crying until Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Let me see this. Yep, this is Baruch. This is Baruch 4. This is 4 or 5. Yep, Baruch 4 and 21. "Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and He will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies," man. You see? And it's not our enemy getting ready to come down with great wrath, saying he had but a short time. I mean, look at this whole ICE situation. Oh, and this Edomite dude just brought up, he went and testified before Congress that he was a trainer for those ICE agents, and how they totally just disregarded teaching those ICE agents how to properly operate. They totally just threw out, how they should constitutionally apprehend, how they should constitutionally use force, that they totally just threw that shit out the window and basically told them just to be just to be a goddamn a Gestapo, to be a terrorist organization on behalf of the president, man. You see? So how much more when these devils bring in the Insurrection Act? How much more when they come in like a flood, man? You better be crying until Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because it's only through those names that we're going to be able to be saved and delivered from the hand of our enemies. See? It's all throughout the scriptures, man. See? Back in Psalms 34, in the point, it says, "The righteous cry, and Yahweh heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles," man. Verse 19, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him out of all of them. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate," man. I was just reading that in Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, man. So it's all throughout the scriptures, man. And we have to keep these things within our spirit and within our minds, man. And we can't let these things depart. Let me get some water real fast. Let's see what else I got. Let me go back. Go back one chapter. Yep, this is Psalms chapter 33, verse 16. It says, "There is no king saved by a multitude of an host, and a mighty man is not delivered by such strength." You see? So your strength can't save you or deliver you, man. Not even a king with all of his bodyguards and all of his bodyguards can deliver him. Hey, if the Lord has, if the Lord is going to destroy his ass, man. So a king is not even saved by, what does it say? A king is not saved. 16, there's no king saved by the multitude of an host. And what is a host? An army, man. So here it is. You can have a king with all his bodyguards all around, but if the Lord has his is going to pull his card, he's going to pull his card, man. Not even your bodyguards or your host can deliver you in the time of judgment, man. And I don't give a damn how strong you are. Hey, that strength ain't going to be able to save you in that day. You see? It says, "A horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength." You see? So like I said, you can trust, oh, I got an armored car, I got an armored vehicle, I got a tank. Hey, at the end of the day, if the Lord has it fit, that tank won't save you. Hey, the Lord will have that tank be your goddamn tomb, man. The Lord can have that tank get hit by a goddamn bomb bunker, a bunker tank buster bomb or whatever the case might be, and that damn tank will be your tomb, man. See, so none of these things are a surety if it, if Yahweh Shem Yahushai says otherwise, man. It says, "Behold, the eye of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy." And what is the eyes of the Lord? The angels, man. Like I just read, the angels are camping round about them that fear the Lord, man. And we're safe, we're protected, man. And I remember, I forgot where, I think it was one of the brothers in Dallas. He used to have this still frame. It was like this Jake walking, but you see all these evil angels, all these bad things all around him, but you see the angel above him protecting him and shielding him from all those evils and all those wicked things that were surrounding him, trying to devour him, man. But the Lord has, our guardian angels around us, keeping us from particular things, from making bad decisions, from turning down that wrong street, from committing adultery, from all type of bad decisions and wickedness, man. Which is again why the praise of Yahweh Shem Yahushai has to be constant, man. And bless the Lord for his goodness, his loving kindness, his mercy. See? It says, "Behold, the eyes of Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy." There's that hope again, man. And I read Hebrews 11:1, what faith is. It's the hope of things not seen. You see? It says, "To deliver their soul from death." You see that? "And to keep them alive in famine." See? We know that famine, great famine is coming here to Babylon the Great. Hey, not only is an actual food famine, but hey, a famine of the word is coming. Which is why, again, this word is going to have to eventually be in us, man. This is why you Jake out there, you better get with this truth and get this word while you can. Because we know Esau, the Lord's going to allow Esau to bring the famine of the word. He's going to allow Esau to shut down the internet, to scrub the internet of all of these videos of the 100% truth, of the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So you better get it now while you can and make sure that this word is sealed within you, man. You see? Because it's going to be a time to where we're not going to be out here on the highways and the byways. It's not going to be kosher. It's not going to be wise for us to be out here. So you better get this word while you can, man. And have, like I said, this faith stored up as a treasure. And have your full assured faith in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because it's vital to our survival. It's vital to our deliverance and our salvation. Lord willing, we of the elect. It says, "To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine." You see, and like I said, we know famine is coming, man. Oh, matter of fact, I just thought of a precept, man. Let's get this. Hey, so the Lord got great things for his elect, man. This is why we're hoping and praying and hoping and praying that, hey, we're part of that number, man. Because we can say, what it say, the prudent foreseeth the evil and hide of himself. And where are we supposed to be hiding? In the secret places of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is this word, this truth, this this knowledge, man. Where is it? Yep, this is Isaiah chapter 65, verse, I'll read that 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy, no, not that one. Oh yeah, let me read it. This is Psalms, Isaiah 65 and 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. Talking to 2/3 of our people, man. Because when the Lord called, you didn't answer, man. You know, you forsook this knowledge. You scoffed and mocked at the prophets. You didn't want to hear what the men of the Lord had to say. You didn't want to submit fully to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, you thought just you knowing you were an Israelite was enough, man. But you didn't really fully commit and submit yourself to the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You know, so that's why, hey, when these things come, you're not going to be defended. Because a lot of you are going to lose patience. Because a lot of these jakes out here, they still fully trust in Babylon, man. You know, they still believe that this place is going to continue. You got niggas saying this place could go on for another 1,000 years, man. And you saw what happened to that nigga the moment he said that, how the Lord just, that was it for him, man. Now look at that guy. I ain't got to say his name. You should know. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. And when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And that's for 2/3 of our people, man. You know? And this is going to be the situation you're going to find yourself in. It says, verse 13, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. And by this being mentioned, what is that implying? That a time is going to come where it's going to be famine, where people are not going to be able to eat. But the Lord said, what? His servants are going to eat. You see? Because there is famine coming here to America. I hope y'all know that. This place is not always going to be full of food and groceries, and these fast food restaurants are not always going to be open. Look what happened during the whole COVID. Wasn't everything shut down? Wasn't things difficult? People wasn't working. People was on hard times. How much more when the Lord brings the true famine here to this place, man? When they shut things down. When these these trucks are no longer bringing food to these grocery stores. See, but our people, they don't think that far ahead. They think, oh, America's always going to be great. It's always, the storehouses are always going to be full. This is the greatest country on the earth. Not even knowing that this place was turned into a third world country right before your very eyes, man. Hey, and the Lord is going to bring that famine, a strict, cold, hardcore famine here on Babylon, man. But if you're not a servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, guess what? This don't apply to you. The Lord said what he's going to do to you. Oh, I got another piece I just thought of. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. But behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my children. And I was saying that earlier, too, you know. You got a lot of jakes that know that they're Israelites, but like I said, that's just as far as they go with it. They don't hasn't fully submitted to this truth and to this gospel, man. A lot of these guys know that they're Israelites, but they don't call upon the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You got niggas that know that they're Israelites saying that they ain't a Hebrew, they ain't an Israelite, man. So what do you think God's going to do to those cats when these times come? It says that ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. You see? It says, it says that he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the God of truth. Who is that? The elect, man. This is why we're constantly calling upon the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, exalting those names, praising those names, giving all the glory and the honor to those names, you know? It says, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the God of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, because they are hid from mine eyes. For behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth. And what is that? Israel coming out of the chariots. Basically, the Lord establishing the kingdom, starting with the elect coming out of the chariots to back on this earth to usher in our rulership and our kingdom and righteousness and dominion, man. It says, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Meaning what? This whole captivity and this whole situation we had to deal with for these hundreds of years here in Babylon the Great. It's going to be like a bad dream, man. All this hell we had to catch, the slavery, the rape, the robbery, the murder, you know, being broke, being on the bottom, you know, this whole baby mama rap music bullshit is going to be a thing of the past, man. Because the Lord's going to create all things new unto us, man. And he's going to make every Israelite righteous, man. It says, and shall not be remembered nor come into mind, but be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. See? Which is going to be the kingdom. Nothing but perpetual, eternal blessings upon the Israelites, man. It says, there shall be no more an infant of days, nor an old man that has not filled his days. Yeah, I was in on that. But you see, hey, and this is what we're looking forward to. This is why we're looking past America. We're looking past Babylon, man. This place is nothing but just a prison sentence, man. But like I said, the majority of our people are happy being here in America. They're happy being in this prison sentence, man. Thinking that they're living, thinking that this is something to rant and rave about. This is pure hell, man. You don't see this is pure hell? But like I said, as long as Jay can, chase the bag and please every single wicked thought of his flesh, Jake think they winning here in Babylon the Great. But you're still a third-class citizen. You're still a damn slave. You're still on the bottom. You still don't own nothing. You don't have any industries. You know what I mean? You still have the lowest life expectancy out of all people on this earth. You're still the most sickest, the unhealthiest. You know what I mean? The most talked down upon, hated, slandered, lied upon. So what the hell are you happy about here in Babylon the Great, man? You see, but this is why we're looking towards the new heaven and the new earth, man. We're in dwelleth righteousness, man. We're looking forward to the things that the Most High is getting ready to bestow upon us. See? All right, so let me go back here. Got a couple more precepts before I close it out, man. Let's get this in Job 5:20. Yep, this is Job chapter 5. Yep. This is Job 5:19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Should I read that? Oh, yeah, let me read up. Let me read down. This is Job 5:13. It says, in 15, it says, but he saveth the poor from the sword, and from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. You see? And this is what this is what we're waiting upon, to be saved from our enemies and from this damn devil Esau. It says, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth, therefore despise thou not the chastening of the Almighty. Because why? The chastening of the Almighty is for our benefit. Like I said earlier, it's not to just destroy us or keep us in this lowly, wretched, crippled, depressed state. But a lot of the times when we're being chastised, it's for our betterment. It's for us to be built up. It's for our character building, man. It's not to just leave you in this low, shitty-ass, depressed state, man. It's supposed to, when you're being corrected and chastened, it's for a reason, man. It's to make you better, to make you that much more disciplined, to make you that much more focused on the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And at the end of it, it's supposed to result in you being better, you being, more seasoned, more purged from, bullshit, It says, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. You see, so the Lord chastens you, he'll beat you down, but the Lord's going to bind you up. He's going to heal you. He's going to build you up after that. You see, it says, he wounded and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And that's what we're waiting on, man. To be in that situation to where no evil is going to touch us, man. And this is what's coming for the elect. through our faith and through our calling upon the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and our faith and trust in those names, man. Oh, here it goes. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. I just read that. Like I said, hey, in famine, the Lord, like I just read in Isaiah 65, man, his servants are going to eat. His servants are going to be redeemed from death, man. So all this talk of that one broad talking about, well, if you can't fish and you can't fight and you can't hunt, what do I need you for? Well, bitch, wait, we don't, ultimately, the elect don't need to possess those type of skills. Now, if they do, they do. I guarantee you this, if a brother can fish and a brother can hunt, hey, if the Lord put him in a situation to where he has access to a lake and to a river where he can fish and he can hunt, I guarantee you the Lord will allow him to be successful at it and to get what he needs to eat and to survive, man. But also, hey, if brothers are not in an accessible place to lake and rivers when all famine is breaking through, hey, the Lord says he's going to redeem his elect through famine. And that can be through any means. It can be through a damn raven bringing you food. Hey, you could be in a situation to where we live out here in California, right? We could be in a situation to where, hey, we ain't ate in a couple of days and we just waiting on the Lord. Hey, the Lord can have a mountain lion bring a lawful animal, bring a baby goat he caught roaming around somewhere and just lay it at your feet, man. You know, and you can be able to, you might be with somebody who can dress that bad boy, cut it up, and hey, there you go. You can eat for days. You can be filled. Or the Lord can send manna from heaven, man. Hey, or the Lord can have you eat a meal that can keep you satiated and fed for days, man. You won't even be hungry. You won't even be thirsty. You see? It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Revelations 12:12, man. See, so the Lord can, through the Lord, all these things are possible, and they will be made possible for the elect in these times ahead. It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. And what's the ultimate destruction that's to coming? It's the nuclear missiles, man. Like I said, hey, the Lord's going to put such a heavy spirit on his elect, when the Lord start doing miracles and showing himself on our behalf, that our confidence is going to be so high, man, that, hey, we ain't going to fear shit, man. We're just gonna be out here just moving in the faith and power and trust of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, where nothing's gonna make us afraid, man. The Lord's gonna put a heavy spirit on his elect. Like I said, we're gonna be in that. He's gonna put a spirit on us like Daniel before they threw him in that fiery furnace, man. And what happened in the midst of that furnace? Not even a hair of their head or their garments was singed, man. And they was in there what? Calling upon the names of the Most High. And what did Nebuchadnezzar say? I threw 3 men in there. Why do I see one that looks like the Son of Man? See, beautiful things coming for the elect. It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. You see, you're gonna be laughing while a lot of these Jets gonna be out here starving. Hey, it's gonna be funny too, because hey, when when the Lord's gonna be doing things on the behalf of his elect, and these people are gonna be out here hungry and starving, and you have a certain look to you when you're hungry, when you're starving, when you're going into famine. Jake gets darker. They're all sucked up. They're all weak, and they're gonna be seeing members of the elect out here moving and walking like they ain't missed a meal. They're going to be healthy. They're going to be shining. They're going to be vibrant. They're going to have energy. They're going to be looking like, why are they so? What is it about those guys? Why are they so healthy? Why are they moving like they ain't seen a bad day? What is it about these individuals, man? We need to know. We need to see. And then when the Lord started doing, giving his men of the Lord spiritual power, all these women. This is why Isaiah 4:1 is going to happen in a major way in these last days, man. These women are going to see the men of the Lord being blessed, being delivered, being saved, doing miraculous things. What do you think those women are going to want to do in that day? That's when that hypergamous nature is truly going to latch on to the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And I tell you this, you women better be acceptable. You women better be worthy, because the Lord going to put the spirit on us to know if you was a ratchet, low down, dirty scumbag, ratchet skank bag, man. Hey, the Lord's going to put the spirit on us to be like, nah, you can't come, bitch. Yeah, the Lord wants you to see the power, but hey, you ain't chosen. Get the hell out of here. Kick rocks, man. We're going to dish you and kick you to the curb, man. The Lord's only going to put worthy women with us during those times, man. And that's why, hey, all you sisters, I got men of the Lord, that's with brothers that's sincere and that's diligent. You better hold on to that, man, because, hey, you're going to have to be connected and linked with that man in order to be saved and delivered, to be a part of his, to be a part of his glory, man. Hey, if you in the household with a man of the Lord, we believe that the Lord's going to protect brothers, wives, and children, and hey, and these other women that might come along during that time that join themselves unto these men. It's going to be, you're going to have to be linked with that man in order to receive the benefits of his help from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And you better be in order, and you better be doing what you need to do. It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Right? Because you're going to have wild beasts out here tearing Jacob apart, man. What was that, Jeremiah 3:15? Let me see. Yeah, I was going to get that earlier. Because the Lord's going to have those, he's going to have those spirits created for vengeance out here. Yep, Jeremiah 15:3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dog to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. But what? If you're part of the elect, hey, part of those 6 troubles, part of Psalms 91 is, hey, we're going to be at peace with the beasts of the field. You see? Nothing's going to come near our dwelling. I'm going to read that Psalms 91 before I close it out. You see? It says, and I will cause them to be, yeah, that was the point. Yeah, the Lord's going to, let me read up. This is Jeremiah 15:2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine. You see? And this is what we're going to have to tell 2/3 of you in that time, man. Like I said, a lot of you are going to be looking for the prophets. You're going to be looking for the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Oh, shit, my phone's overheating. God damn it. So if it dies, that just means my phone died. Salakia, it's in the sun. So it says, so the Lord's going to appoint that 4 kinds, man. You see? It says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dog to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy, man. You see? And all these things are on the table because it's ultimately the coming judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua upon 2/3 of our people, man. And ultimately, they're going to be hit with the nuclear missiles, man. Those that take the MOTB, you know, that submit and bow down and worship this man's image and take this mark in their right hand and their foreheads. Hey, the Lord got a special death for you, man.